Hey guys, how's it going? For some reason, yeah, I knew I needed to. I was too up close in my other vlog. How's it going? I've gotten so many people writing me on, Facebook, sorry. You know I am about my bangs. And Facebook and just emailing me about the whole post Monday and this Eat Stop Eat thing. And I gotta tell you guys, today I'm fasting and it's fine. I have to tell you guys, so what is today? Wednesday. I fasted Tuesday and Thursday of last week. This week I'm fasting on Monday and Wednesday. And I mean, you guys have been watching my vlogs, excuse me, for a long time. And even the first quarter of this year, I've been saying, yeah, I'm noticing results and I'm losing a little bit every week. You guys, I'm not kidding. I just think that I have found a really great fit for me with incorporating the Eat Stop Eat, because I'm noticing more results in the past, almost a week. Well, wait a minute. Week and maybe a couple of days. So I started last Tuesday. So Tuesday to Wednesday, little over a week, right? I just put my workout clothes on this morning and I was like, the little things that I do in the mirror and the rear view, where I look and see where the areas are on my body that I have a pet peeve, where I'm still holding fat. And I'm telling you, every day I notice a difference. And when I'm not on my fasting days, I'm enjoying foods that I like. I'm not pigging out by any means. And I'm certainly, I gotta tell you, the fasting for me, when I'm fasting on one day, it's just not that difficult to get through. For me, and again, I'm not making any money by telling you guys about this. I'm telling you about this because for me, it's a lifesaver. For some people, I think, they like being able to eat 6 small meals a day, and that works for you. If it works for you, great, and you love it. But if you're doing that kind of stuff every day and you hate it, and you're still hungry and you're obsessing and it's driving you nuts, this might be something that's good for you as well. I haven't even done that. Sorry, beside myself. But when I'm on the fasting days, yeah, I get hungry, or I get a little twinge in my stomach and I want to eat something towards the end of the day. But seriously, I just say to myself, seriously, you're hungry. This is not that big of a deal. You can eat tomorrow. You're gonna be fine. And then I wake up the next day and it's like I've almost forgotten that I was fasting the day before, because you don't get up going, oh my God, I've got to eat. I'm done. It's just seriously, and no one in this country should ever be talking about, wow, I'm starving. It's a shame for any of us to even say that, because we have no idea what it's like to be starving. And there's plenty of homeless people in this country. I'm not trying to get on a pedestal here. Soapbox, sorry, that's what I meant. But seriously, it's a shame for me to even think wow, I'm starving. That's just shameful, because I've always had a full refrigerator and a full pantry. I don't even know what it's like to suffer. So I'm blessed and I'm grateful, and that's something else, that it helps you keep that in your mind, keep that, grateful mindset going. The other thing too is the days I'm not fasting, you guys, the next day, I don't necessarily have that mindset anymore of okay, I fasted yesterday, what can I eat today? Instead, I'm finding myself more paying attention to okay, am I really hungry right now? Like yesterday, I had a meeting to get to, and I remember that I was leaving my house around, I had to go to the doctor. So I was leaving my house around 1:45, and I hadn't eaten lunch yet. And I remember going, okay, I'm kind of hungry. And again, please don't misunderstand me. I'm not trying to find a way to starve myself or eat 500 calories a day. I'm just trying to get to the point where it's and Squig, I'm gonna put a link to her post, because she just did a post about this yesterday, a very similar concept, which is you're not going to die if you don't eat lunch one day. And so many of these diet books or competition diets will have you freaking out, which I did last year. You miss a meal and you're like, oh my God, everything is screwed. That's why I'm not losing weight. That's why I'm not gaining muscle. Our bodies are complex, but I just don't believe that we are supposed to have to deal with feeding ourselves on such a scientific basis. We shouldn't have to proportion our food and measure the size and be like, oh crap, I had 4.3 ounces of chicken instead of 4. Seriously? Do you think they did that back in caveman days or back in the Roman Empire? I don't think so. Probably sounded really stupid, but I don't care. You get my point. Olden days. Doesn't that sound funny? So, for me, the whole Eat, Stop, Eat and intermittent fasting, I'm totally digging it. And I'm digging it, number one, I'm loving the results that I'm seeing in 1 week, I can only imagine how it's going to help me over the long term. And I mean, I see me doing this long term. Like, I was talking to my mom. My mom's actually going to start it. Because she's been really frustrated, and she's like, I feel like I'm trying to watch what I'm eating, and I'm getting on the bike, but I'm not losing weight. And I'm like, just a thought, you eat your breakfast in the morning. For me, that's the time that works. I eat my breakfast in the morning, and then I fast until breakfast the next day, and I'm totally fine. It's a little bit of a challenge, but again, and a lot of you had written in and said, Shelly, I think you wrote in and said, how does it affect your workout? I'm not gonna lie, first of all, I've never felt like I needed to have fuel for my workouts. People always said that. I always had trainers that would be like, you've got to have banana, or you've got to have whole wheat toast with peanut butter before your workouts, or there's no way you'll get through your workouts. And honestly, like when I was working out with Jay, remember Mr. J? I would ask him, I'm like, do I really have to eat? And he's like, if you don't think you need it, don't do it. And I would test it out. I'd go through a 2-hour workout with him without eating anything beforehand. Guess what? I got through it fine. I don't personally, and I'm not saying anything's right or wrong. Personally, I don't see any difference between whether I eat before a workout or I don't. Some of you are different. So again, this just goes to, we've all got to find what works for us. But for me, I'm telling you guys, I work out on my fasting days. And again, this is now only my 4th. So it's not like I've been doing this for 6 months. I work out just fine, and I've done a 1-hour workout, and I've done a 2-hour kick butt workout with weights. Fine. And I'm not like afterwards going, oh my gosh. I mean, our bodies are pretty amazing and pretty adaptable, and we've got it in our heads in this country, in all of these books and diet books and whatever. At the end of the day, think about it. They're all telling you to eat more in some way. In some way. They're telling you to count calories, but they're like, you've got to have protein shakes, you've got to have more chicken, you've got to have more vegetables. It's like, just eat less and move more. That's the main thing. Bottom line is, if you have too much fat, you've been eating too much and you haven't been moving enough. Keep it simple and try to find something that's going to work for you. My friend Wendy, she's just starting something. She just discovered she loves boxing. If you love boxing and that makes you excited to work out, then freaking do it. And don't listen to somebody that's going to be like, well, boxing actually, that has you in the bad fat loss training zone. I can't stand that. That's the other thing too. That's what got me off track last year too, is when you start doing a workout and you have 5,000 experts online that want to tell you that what you're doing to work out is wrong. I had a guy like defriend me last year because he was into kettlebells and I wasn't doing kettlebells. And so he would come on my blog all the time and be like, well, too bad you're not trying kettlebells, Kelly. Too bad you're so stuck in that isolation training. And I'm like, why do you have to cut on what I'm doing? I love isolation training, okay? I still do isolation training every week. I also do kettlebells. I also do yoga. I also do plyometrics. And I have had somebody tell me that every single thing that I do is wrong. I've had someone tell me that every single eating concept that I do is wrong. So every time I put something out there, someone somewhere has disagreed with me. And that's why I got so messed up last year, because I've listened to everybody. You have to find out what works for you and stick with it. And just don't listen to other people. That's why in the beginning, I wasn't, this year, I wasn't necessarily sharing what I was eating on here, because I'm like, I'm not putting it out there because I don't want the unsolicited feedback. And please don't take this the wrong way. There's just, because most of the people that gave me feedback that was telling me what I was doing was wrong, or I didn't need to work out that much, or you're not eating the right stuff, or you don't need that much protein, they're all still my friends. You know what I'm saying? We all still interact. I respect all of them. They're doing great in the way that they work out and train and diet. I just was like, do what you do, respect what other people do, and understand that there's not just one way to get fit. So whatever works for us and is going to keep us staying active and eating less, that's the best fit, okay? It doesn't matter if it's low carb, low sugar, low fat, whatever. Do what works for you, okay? And I feel great about this whole eat, stop, eat thing. It's helping me win this crazy cycle with food. I gotta tell you guys. I don't know why, but it's helping me on the days that I'm not fasting to really realize, like I find myself when I'm bored and wanting to eat, I'm like, am I really hungry? I don't think so. So I'm gonna recommend it. Again, I'm not making any money by telling you guys about it. I just wanna share it with you because you've asked so many questions. So I gotta go, I'm out of time. Talk to you tomorrow.